Hello students, today we are going to look at pattern printing in Java. Pattern printing in 10th is very much, you can say, quite difficult for the students till they understand the concept. Let's look at the concept. If suppose we have to print the pattern 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now to print this pattern, we have to first look at the start and ending value of the first line and the ending value of the last line. So what is the ending value of the first line? It is 1. So we will start our I loop with 1. What is the ending value of the last line? 5. 1 is less than equal to 5. So I less than equal to 5. I plus 1. That means the loop of I will look at the ending values of each and every line. We have given the ending value of the first line as the initial value to I and the ending value of the last line as the condition for I. Then comes the J loop. J loop has the responsibility of printing the entire pattern. I cannot do it. I is only telling it the last value of each and every line. J will look at the starting value of each and every line, which is 1. And J is less than equal to I. Why I am saying less than equal to I? Because I will keep on incrementing till 5, but J will always start with 1. Then system.out.print J. Then system.out.println. Now how does it work? When initially I is 1, 1 is less than equal to 5. This is a true condition. It will come inside. Don't increase the value of I. Don't think कि I बढ़ जाएगा. I, after checking the condition, will first go inside. Here J is 1. J is 1. 1 is less than equal to 1. True. Again it will come inside. It will not go to J++. Be sure in for loop, once the condition is true, first of all it comes inside. So J is 1. 1 is less than equal to 1. It will print 1. Then J++ is J will increase and it will become 2. 2 is less than equal to 1. No. It will come out of the loop, and here we are seeing the command is given as system.out.println. So now the cursor will come to the next line. From here it will go back and then I++, say I will increase and it will become 2. 2 is less than equal to 5. True. Again it will come inside. But when it comes inside, again J will restart with 1. Whenever the outer loop increases, J, the inner loop will start right from the beginning. So J is equal to 1, J less than equal to 2. Yes, it is true. First of all, J print 1. Then J++ is J will become 2. 2 is less than equal to 2. Right? So 2 will also be printed on the same line. Why? Because of system.out.print. Then J will become 3. 3 is less than equal to 2. False. I will come to the next line with the help of println. Then I++ I will increment and it will become 3. 3 is less than equal to 5. Yes. Again it will come inside. Again J will restart with 1. 1 is less than equal to 3. Yes. So it will print 1. Then J will increment and it will become 2. 2 is less than equal to 3. Yes. 2 will be printed. Then J will become 3. 3 is less than equal to 3. Yes. 3 will also be printed. So we are getting here 1, 2 and then J becomes 4. 4 less than equal to 3 is a false condition. So this way it works. What did we do? We looked at the last limit of the first line as 1 and we gave it as the initial value to I. The last limit of the last line is 5. So that will be the condition for I, but you have to look at the initial value. If it is less than 5, then less than equal to 5 and increment the value of I. J will always look at the starting value of each and every line, which is 1, and J will always depend on I. Since J will always start with 1, but I keeps on incrementing, it will become 2, then 3, and so on. So J is less than equal to I and J plus plus. Now let's look at the other type of pattern. Suppose this loop is reversed. So what is the last limit of the first line here? It is 5. What should we do? We should give this as the initial value to I. And the last limit of the last line is 1. So this should be the condition for I, but this time we will be using I greater than equal to 1. And I minus minus. Reason 5 is but natural greater than 1. Greater than equal to 1 and I minus minus. What about J? J will start with 1, but it will always depend on I. And I, it is still greater than J, so J less than equal to I. And how it will print? I is 5, 5 is greater than equal to 1. Yes, it will come inside. J will start with 1, 1 is less than equal to 5. Yes. So what it will be printing here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all at the same line. That J will become 6, 6 less than equal to 5 is false. It will go to the next line. Again it will go back here, but this time it is facing I minus minus, means I will decrease and it will become 4. 4 is greater than equal to 1. Yes. Again it will come inside. J will restart with 1. 1 is less than equal to 4. Yes. So what it will be printing here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then J becomes 5. 5 is less than equal to 4 is a false condition. Then it will come to the next one. Then again I will decrease. It will become 3. 3 is greater than equal to 1. Yes. J will restart with 1. 1 is less than equal to 3. Yes. 1, 2, 3 will be printed. Now let's look at alphabetic patterns. So before alphabetic patterns, let's look at this pattern. To print this pattern, what we have to do? The last limit of the first line is 1. Last limit of the last line is 5. So we will change here the value of I. I is equal to 1. And I less than equal to 5. I plus 1. But we will not be able to make out what will be the starting value of J, because every line is starting with different values. In this case, J will always start with 1 and it will be less than equal to I. But instead of J, we will be printing I. Why we are doing here J 1 less than equal to I? Because if you look carefully, only 1 character is printed on the first line, 2 characters are printed on the second line, 3 characters on the third line. So if J is 1 and I is also 1, though only 1 character will be printing. When I becomes 2, J is 1 less than equal to 2, it will print 2 characters at a time. So it will print according to the count value. How this program works? I is 1, 1 is less than equal to 5, yes. It will come inside. J is 1, 1 is less than equal to 1, yes. What is the present value of I? 1. 1 will be printed. J will become 2, 2 less than equal to I, false. Go to the next line. Then I increases and it becomes 2 less than equal to 5, yes. To come inside, J will restart with 1, 1 is less than equal to 2, yes. Presently, what is the value of I? 2. 2 will be printed here. Then J will become 2, 2 less than equal to 2. Yes. What is the present value of I? It has not increased, it is still 2. 2 again will be printed on the same time. That means till the time j completes its loop, I will remain constant at that same value, which will be printed as many times as j loop runs. When I becomes 3, 3 is less than equal to 5. Yes, j will restart with 1, 1 less than equal to 3 may. The present value of I is 3, it will be printed 3 times. And if suppose we are given this type of program, suppose this program is given to us. Now here, we are not able to make out what is the last value. Acha, most of you may be thinking ki 1 se lekar 10. I is 1, 1 is less than equal to 10. But do you know one thing? Whatever values we are looking at the end of each and every line, that many number of lines were there in our program. But if we are writing I as 1 and less than equal to 10, it means 10 lines will be printed. So this logic is not going to be suitable for this program. What will be the logic? Let's see. For this, we will be counting only the total number of lines. There are 4 lines in our program. What about j? J always depends on I. What will be printed? J or I? None of them. We will be using an extra variable at the top like k is equal to 1. Inside j, we will be printing with system.out.print k. And we keep on incrementing the value of k. So how does it work? Let's see. There were 4 lines. I is 1 less than equal to 4 and j1 less than equal to I. See, present value of I is 1. 1 is less than equal to 4. Yeah, right. J is 1. 1 is less than equal to 1. Yes. What is the present value of k? 1. After that, k increments. K will become 2. Then j will become 2. 2 less than equal to 1. False. It will come to the next line. Then I increases and it becomes 2. 2 is less than equal to 4. Yes. J will restart with 1. 1 is less than equal to 2. Right? Then system.out.print. What was the previous value of k that had incremented? It was 2. 2 will be printed. Then k plus plus becomes 3. J will increment and it will become 2. 2 less than equal to 2. Correct? What is the value that had incremented for k? 3. So along with 2, 3 will also be printed. Then k will increment by nature. As the command is given, k will become 4. J plus plus becomes 3. 3 less than equal to 2 is a false condition, but k remains at 4. Then it will go to the next line. Then I plus plus I will become 3. 3 is less than equal to 4. Right? J will increment from, it will restart with 1. 1 less than equal to 3. What was the value of k that had incremented last time? 4. 4 will be printed. Then j will increment and it will become 2. 2 less than equal to 3. Yes. 5 will be printed because k had incremented as usual. After printing 5, k becomes 6. J will become 3. 3 less than equal to 3. Correct. What is the present value of k? 6. After that, it will become 7. This way it works. In this case, if suppose even number pattern is given, we will be keeping here k2 and we will increment k plus is equal to. And the pattern that we will be getting like 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 16, 18, 20. Right? Now let's look at alphabetic patterns. For alphabetic patterns, suppose we are given here A, B, A, B, C, A, B, C, D, so here you will be declaring I and J as char. They will not be integers. For I is equal to A, I less than equal to E, I plus plus. J is equal to A, J less than equal to I, J plus plus. System dot out dot print. J. System dot out dot print. Here also we are looking at the last limit of the first line A and the last limit of the last line E. So the last value of the first line was A, so I is equal to A, and the last limit of the last line is E, and A is less than E, less than equal to an I plus plus. J will look at the starting value of each and every line, that is A, and it will always depend on I. Then we can print J. So if you keep on incrementing, A automatically becomes B, then it becomes C, and so on. So if I is A less than equal to E, it will come inside. J is A less than equal to A. Yes. So A will be printed. J plus plus and J will become B. B is less than equal to A. No. It will come to the next line. Then I will increase and it will become B. B is less than equal to E. Yes. J will restart with A. A less than equal to B. Yes. A will be printed again. Then J will increment and it will become B. B less than equal to B. Yes. B will also be printed. J will become C. C less than equal to B. No. It will go to the next line. So this way this also works. We get an opposite of this. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. A, B, C. A, B, and E. So what is the last limit of the first line? It is E. What is the last limit of the last line? A. So I greater than equal to E. And it is but obvious, if you have to move from E to A, you have to decrease. So I minus E. And what is the starting value of each and every line? It is A. So J will start with A. So when I is E greater than equal to A, the J will restart with A. And it will be less than equal to E, so it will keep on printing A, B, C, D, E. After that, when J becomes F, F less than equal to E is false, it will go to the next. Then I will decrease and it will become D. E is greater than equal to A. J will restart with A. A less than equal to D में A, B, C, D will be printed. Then let's see the pattern like A, B, B. Now let's look at the pattern like A, B, B, C, 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 B, 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 E, 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 E. So what are we going to do? I is going to start with A and it will be less than equal to E, but for J again you will not be able to make out what is it. So here we need here our I will change. It will start with A and less than equal to E. And I plus plus, and J will restart with A and less than equal to I. Why A? J will restart with A. Why? Because if you look, there is only one character in the first line, two characters in the second line, three characters in the third line, and so on. So J, when I becomes A, J will run from A to A. Only one character will be printed. When I increases and it becomes B, J will start from A till B and two characters can be printed. But we will be printing only I here. As I told you in 1, 2, 2, 3. Because we have to keep on printing only one value in the same line twice, thrice, 4 times and so on. I is A less than equal to A, true. J is A less than equal to A, correct. System.out.print I will be printing what? What is the present value of I? A will be printed. J becomes B less than equal to A, false. We'll go to the next line. I will become B is less than equal to E, correct. J will be start with A less than equal to B. This is true. But what is the present value of I? B. So when J is going to run from A to B two times the same value of I, B will be printed. Then I becomes C is less than equal to E, J will be start from A till C. 3 times it will run and 3 times the same value of I, C will be printed. Now let's look at that also, which we have seen in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here also A, B, C, D, E, F, C, H, I, J. Again, there are 4 lines here. So I will start from A till D. And J will start from A till I. But both of them cannot be printed because the values are increasing, gradually increasing in each and every line. So we need an extra variable A having the value A. So when I is A less than equal to B, J is A less than equal to A, correct? What is the present value of A? Then A will increase and it will become B. But J has incremented to become B less than equal to A is a false condition, but A remembers its value that it has become B. Then it will go to the next line, then I will increase. I will increase and I becomes B less than equal to D. J will restart from A less than equal to B. Correct? What was the previous value of K? B. B will be printed. Then K becomes C. J will increment to become B less than equal to B. What is the present value of A? C. C will increment to become D. But J loop has become how much? C less than equal to B is a false condition. So, but A remembers that I have become D. Then it will go to the next line, again I will increase. So it's working the same way as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 were working. So I hope these patterns are clear to you. In the next video, we'll be coming out with patterns having spaces. We'll do one more pattern presently. That is a very simple pattern. Spaces pattern will be coming up in the next video. This pattern is quite easy. First, make all these patterns clear to you. Then we will proceed with those space patterns. Now look at this. This is having how many lines? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in each and every line there is a fixed pattern. At odd places we are getting 1, and even places we are getting 0. So we will be running our for loop from 1 till 5. And J, it always depends on I. Since the entire responsibility rests on J to print the pattern, we'll ask J कि अगर आप odd हो जाते हैं, if you are at odd position, that means if you become 1 or 3 or 5, then you have to print with system.out.print 1. Else system.out.print have to print 0. J loop closing. Then we'll go to the next line. So when I is 1, 1 is less than equal to 5 is a true condition. J is 1, 1 is less than equal to 1. And 1 modulus 2 is not 0. It is an odd number. So it will print 1 on the first line. Then J becomes 2 less than equal to 1 as a false condition. It will go to the next line with system.out.println. It will again go back. I becomes 2, 2 is less than equal to 5. True. J will restart with 1. 1 is less than equal to 2. True. 1 again is not divisible by 2. It will print 1. Then J becomes 2. 2 less than equal to 2. True. But 2 modulus 2 not equal to 0 is false. It will go to the else part and print 0 beside that one. Then J becomes 3. 3 less than equal to 2 is a false condition. And it will go to the next one. So this way it works. Whenever J becomes 1 or 3 or 5, it will print 1. Whenever it becomes 2, 4, 6 at even positions, it will keep on printing 0. Similarly, the question had come in one of the board exams, this pattern, hash, hash star. Here also at odd positions, we are getting hash, and at even positions, star. Same condition will apply. Instead of 1, you will be printing hash. Instead of 0, you will be printing star. Hope you have understood the concept of the simple pattern printing. We will be coming up with the next part of pattern printing in the next video. Till then, keep on practicing with these programs. And if you have understood, click on the like button and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.